Hello everyone, this is Anil Khwaja. I'm a registered migration agent and co-founder of ThinkHack Consultants with another exciting session and probably the last one before the financial year. So there are a couple of good news we have it and updates we have it towards the Australian permanent residency, especially towards the state sponsorships. Whereas we would also be predicting about when the next 1/8 round would happen and when the new financial year kicks in, what would be the time frame where different states will start inviting more people under the 491 or 190. Let's take a quick break. After the break, we'll discuss about Victoria, Western Australia, and few other states, and then I'll be taking questions. If the questions will come in between the discussion, I'll be taking one by one, and we'll see how things go from there. So let's take a quick break, and after the break, we'll start working on the session. Yeah. Hello everyone, this is Anil Khwaja, registered migration agent and co-founder ThinkHack Consultants, inviting you to one of the biggest open day happening at ThinkHack Consultants on 17 June. That is on Saturday, starting from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. There would be exciting activities happening, lots of scholarships. We would be providing you on-spot admission services. A counselor will lodge your application without any further ado on the same day. What you need to do is to bring your documents along with the application form. If you don't have it, then we will be providing you that services as well. We also would be waiving up to $500 enrollment fee to your applications. For instance, if any of the college have an enrollment fee, this will be waived by ThinkHack Consultants just only for you. So don't miss and join this education open day. All right, welcome back. So let's talk about the state sponsorship updates first, and then probably we would be working out on the other states. We'll be discussing about not working out, discussing about the other states. Now, very insider information and very important. Victoria state sponsorships, they are taking applications one by one and they are starting inviting people who are falling under either a 190 or 491. So now the case officers or the assessors are calling to the migration agent one by one and they're discussing the case. Only the negative or the adverse part is that you only get time to lodge the nomination application in 48 hours. So if you have everything ready and if the state invites you or calls you for the state sponsorship, then you need to make sure that at least you pick up the call. And furthermore, once the invitation would be there, then you have to latch on that one as early as possible. Now, today we have got an amazing news. We have got 1190 from Victoria. Nominated occupation is vegetable grower. So it's from the Vetasis vegetable grower, and he has got the 190 invite just few minutes ago. So they have done the same drill with me, and we have Touchwood got this invitation. I think his points, I'll double check it for you. The person points are 80, and he is the nominated occupation as vegetable grower. Now you can see this is quite amazing. Generally, such occupations you won't get the invitations, but again, if your migration agent is an expert advisor and they know how to work out on your state sponsorship applications, then you would able to crack 490 quite easily. Otherwise it's going to take time forever to get the invitation or the nomination approval from any of the states or direct from the Department of Home Affairs. But that is what it is. So just have a good faith in yourself. Victoria is still inviting. They still have few quota left. So most likely your migration agent might get a call and they may be inviting you as well. So stay tuned. Let's take a quick break. After the break, we'll talk about the Western Australia update, and then there is a huge news for 491 New South Wales RDA stream. So we'll discuss about that one. A quick break, and during the break, you will be we will be putting up the open day, which is happening this weekend. So if you're coming to CBD, do come to the open day. We are waiving off and giving you discounts and promotion to students. So hope to see you there. Let's take a quick break, and I'll join after the break. Thank you. Are you looking to apply for a student visa? Are you looking to convert your visitor visa to student visa? This is the right time. Join our open day happening on 17 June, Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and our counselors will apply your on-spot admissions without any delay. That will lead you to apply for your visa application as early as possible. So don't miss out this opportunity. We also would be waiving up to $500 enrollment fee with massive scholarships. Alrighty, welcome back, viewers. So let's talk about the Western Australia. So Western Australia is still inviting. They haven't done a huge round for this June 1, but I'm sure that they're still inviting. They still have the quota. So my prediction is that they might invite people during this month, most likely the end of the month or maybe a second last week of this month. So stay tuned because really the stage required people and they are trying their level best to finish up the quota for this year. So hope for the best for the Western Australian people who are staying in Western Australia and would able to have that much point in order to crack the nomination. Now, we'll take a question first, and then we'll go to the New South Wales big news, which happened like a couple of days ago. So we'll discuss about that one. So Simar Singh is asking when there will be the next year 189 invitation round. So Simar, the unfortunate part was this year it was due in April or May, but unfortunately they haven't invited any people. So what they're gonna do is the next invitation round would be in August. That is where generally, or in July. So July and August be the ideal month where they would be inviting first round of 189s, and then it would be every quarter. This is what the plan is. But again, as the new year, the financial year is coming closer, there may be lots of policies switching. So we would be keeping an eye on those updates and will let you know if there is any change. But yes, as of now, most likely July and August, and then it would be quarterly invites happening. All right, so now the New South Wales 491. Now, New South Wales 491 RDS stream has been closed. So, whatever the applications you have sent so far and whatever the RDAs had the quota, they will be inviting you after checking the applications. But the important, the insider information is they only have 2 days to wrap up the applications. So, today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow, after 2 days, they would be stopped inviting any people and the year quota will be finished. Now, similar to the last year, they might ask you those who they are not processing, they might able to get the refund back. But this is how it's going to happening. So stay tuned, finger crossed, and do pray that you would be the one of the luckiest ones who got the 491 New South Wales under the RDA stream. Now let's get the next question. So Maheen Gohar, is there any chance of getting invited on points 18965, 19070 for electronics engineer and ICT business analyst? If ICT business analyst is on 70 and electronics on 65, you still have very low points. If you are offshore, chances might be better. As you have said, as you have seen last year, people have got invited from 65 to 70 points last year. So similar, the structure, they might be inviting lots of people in the first invitation round. That would be more likely, as I said, happening in July or August. So let's hope for the best. um, Hello, sir. The prediction regarding visa grant is not making it. So what you suggest when? All right, so Furkan, there are two possibilities. One is obviously if they have exhausted the whole 189 or 190 grant allocations, then it most likely would mean in July, because July they would have the reallocation of the new quota, so you might be able to get a visa by that time. So not far. Already the mid June is there, so I don't think so. There would be any much more wait. say a month max or 1.5 months, and inshallah, you will able to get the visa grants. Let's go to the next question. So I mean, like, so people, if you're asking question and if you're onshore offshore, please put that onto the comment box as well. So at least I know where exactly your standing is, because ultimately I need to ensure, because both advices are different for onshore and offshore, and I don't want to give you any false advice or anything which is not applicable to you. So please make sure if you put yourself onshore offshore. Now, if you are inside project, I'll just give you onshore and offshore both advice, and then you can relate to your profile. So electric engineer 7 points, good points. You might have good option to go with 190. That would be an ideal for you for next financial year. Whereas 189 round, as I said, there are lots of chances where they invite to the first quarter. The first quarter of any year, it's a blessing in disguise. So you get lots of invitations in the first quarter, and then it dries out. So the second quarter, third quarter would have lesser invitations coming, and then the last quarter would completely dried out. That what happened for last many years. So you need to ensure that at least you have enough. Point 70 is good, but keep eye on different states. Try to apply different state sponsorships as well. Just don't rely on 189. Now, Aman Chaudhary is asking, hi, Neil, my 408 expiring 25 November, which is nearly 5 months only. I'm eligible. Yeah, so Aman, you would be able to apply for another 408. Now, there are lots of rumors happening that 408 would be scrapped soon, but no later than this year, December. So you still have time. As I said, you can apply on in my previous lives as well. You can apply within the 3 months window. So technically, you can apply another 408 in the month of July or August. That will do for you. That will save you. If anything scrap at the end of the year, it won't be applicable to you. So, but again, another one more year you will get on the 408. Let's go to the next question. So, inside projects for the electrical engineer, there are lots of states. I think Northern Territory is offering 491 and 190. New South Wales is closed down, but you can still have the journal, the applications where they're inviting for 190. You can select New South Wales. Victoria. Victoria right now inviting lots of onshore people. So you can still have Victoria in place as well, and double check the Western Australia. South Australia is also there. You might get in pre-invite. So there are lots of states offering electrical engineer. Again, if you need to pursue with the application, then you have to take a one-to-one consultation with our expert advisors, and they will guide you further on that one. All right, so we'll keep our viewers wait for. I think there are lots of more questions coming up. Let's take a quick break. I'll take a sip of water, and then I'll be coming back. I won't be giving any other news, but I'll be taking your QA. So the maximum I can reply to your queries, whatever you have it. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be back after the break. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Anil Khwaja, registered migration agent and co-founder ThinkHack Consultants, inviting you to one of the biggest open day happening at ThinkHack Consultants on 17 June. That is on Saturday, starting from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. There would be exciting activities happening, lots of scholarships. We would be providing you on-spot admission services. A counselor will lodge your application without any further ado on the same day. What you need to do is to bring your documents along with the application form. If you don't have it, then we will be providing you that services as well. We also would be waiving up to $500 enrollment fee to your applications. For instance, if any of the colleges have an enrollment fee, this will be waived by ThinkHack Consultants just only for you. So don't miss and join this education open day. So wonderful. So we have flooded of questions here, and I believe everybody is quite intrigued because this is end of the financial year. Everybody wants to get their visas or nomination intact, or maybe they're planning for the next year. So this is the right time. Yep. So let's take Junaid Khan's question. Welcome back, Junaid, one of the loyal clients of ThinkHack Consultants. Fab 2020 last update. Uh, Junaid, I think as I told Furkan as well, most of the visas, surpluses, grant allocation has been exhausted. So most likely those who are waiting for this financial year, they'll be getting soon after the July. So July, most likely you will be getting flooded of visas. Grant would be there, and nomination application, new state sponsorship, they might take some time, like from August onwards. So obviously you are not applicable to that one. So July or max August, not more than that for sure. Yeah, and mark my words. So hopefully in July, August, most likely. Yeah. Let's go to the next question. Furkan asking, my friend has 55 points of its own. His occupation is mechanical engineer. What are the chances? Good chances. Furkan, Northern Territory giving mechanical engineers 491. And recently you might have heard, and also I have introduced that they are giving auto invites. That's where you save the $300 from NT as well. But this was for this year. I'm not sure how they're going to take it for next year. But again, NT has mechanical engineer. If he has 55 points and he really wanted to apply, then we can help him out lodging an NT application. uh, Still 17 days, but I would suggest that he should apply after 1st July, because list's gonna stay there. So it's better, rather than you exhaust your application fee, it's better to lodge it a no formal NT application to NT as a mechanical engineer for 491. And I hope, and I'm pretty sure that they will be getting, he will be getting the nomination invitation for NT. Let's go to the next question. So Mohammad Allah Aftab saying he's onshore, Victoria 190 points. Good points, Tala. I believe if you have lodged it through a registered migration agent or through us, I might be getting few calls from Victoria. Today I've got three calls, so three invitations I've got it. So let's hope that if we are your agents, I might get a call. So, chances are good. As I said, vegetable grower has got the 191 today, 190 today. So STEM occupations like mechanic engineer 90 points have very good chance. Even you have good chance for 189 on 85 points for the July round or August round. So yeah, don't lose hope. If you won't get this year, then next year first quarter would be really good for you. Let's go to next. So Jashil line, we have applied here. Yeah, we have got on time, Jeshil. So hopefully your application will process. I have also followed up today this morning. So आपकी उम्र बहुत बड़ी है. We were thinking about you itself this morning. We have followed up. Hopefully, I'll give you the good news very soon. Let's go for the next question. All right, so Furkan is very, very, excited coming to Australia again, and about the PR benefits, the perk and benefits of PR holder will start from day first. Like Medicare, yes. Free courses, no. You will get a subsidy, but you won't be getting the free studies. Free studies for children, yes, but not for the if you want to study further. That is for the citizens. So you get a subsidy. The half of the fee would be still reduced, but you have to pay on a PR. Centerlink after 2 years. So they kick in after 2 years, but your children, if you have children, then obviously you can have benefits of Centerlink getting, I think, childcare facility benefits. So yeah, so there are obviously perks there from the day one, but few of them needs to take some time. Let's go to the next question. Tala asking, I've just got a job project. You cannot update ROI, Tala. If you do a update in ROI, you won't be counted toward this year. So what you need to do is to update any UI. If you've got a job, update any UI. Victoria are calling, as I said, so you don't need to miss this year opportunity. Hopefully, you crack it before this financial year. I hope you all the best. Just update your EY. That's all you need to do. Let's go to the next question. Shujad Rafiq, I'm a government external auditor having 17, but qualification irrelevant. External auditor, I believe, goes from Vitasis. Okay, let's do a drill. I'll show you guys how to. All right, just give me a second. Let me see if I able to share the screen. If not, then I'll just give you an answer quickly. Let's take a quick break. So after the break, we'll give an answer to Shujat whether his qualification, if it's irrelevant, whether he would able to apply for immigration or not. So a very good question, and I want you to wait for a bit to get the answer of this one. So let's take a quick break, and after the break, we'll be discussing about this concern. Yeah. Are you looking to apply for a student visa? Are you looking to convert your visitor visa to student visa? This is the right time. Join our open day happening on 17 June, Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and our counselors will apply your on-spot admissions without any delay. That will lead you to apply for your visa application as early as possible. So don't miss out this opportunity. We also would be waiving up to $500 enrollment fee with massive scholarships. Alrighty, welcome back. So for I think who was the person? So, team, we are not sharing the screen. I'm just giving the answer quite quickly. So, external auditor. So, the external auditor skill assessment is being done by three bodies: CPA, IPA, and CAA. They all require to have relevant studies. So, if you have done Bachelor's of Commerce, Bachelor of Accounting, Master of Finance, or auditing, all those stuff, so then only you would able to apply. Otherwise, if you don't have any uh, the qualification, the formal qualification, then you won't be, despite of how many membership or registration and licensing you may have it. So how this going to work it out, you need to ensure that there is another occupation which is called internal auditor, that is from the VETASIS, but again VETASIS also require relevant qualification. There are few other occupations where irrelevant qualification or not relevant qualification also been accepted, but not this time for these occupations. So unfortunately, you won't be able to. But if you really need to dig into that one, that you can send a profile, your profile, complete profile, your resume to Melbourne at thinkhigher.com.au, and I would able to assess quickly when I'll having your resume in front of me. But from the top of my head and what you have given me the information, it's no at the moment. Sorry for that. Let's go to the next question. So we provide all the services. So just contact the team and we'll able to help you out. Yeah. So Saleh Khan asking, can you please guide 1891? Okay. Now, if you're talking about 189 and 190 difference, then it's good. If you're talking about 189 and then 491 leading to 1991, that's the more relevant question. Now, 189 is a direct permanent residency. You don't require any sort of, so it's 491. So for 189, you don't require any state sponsorship. So you directly apply for an EOI once you have your positive skill assessment, English, whatever the points you're claiming. If you have everything, just put that information into expression of interest and wait for the department to invite. They generally invites every quarter. Unfortunately, last quarter they haven't invited any people. They have done a 189 round, but that was a quite limited one. They only invited nurses or a medical professionals, few of the occupations, but not more than that. So let's hope that the next 189 round would be for all the occupations. Now, 491 or 190 is a state sponsorship. So you need to run through each and every state's list and see whether you are applicable or your profile is eligible to apply for that sponsorship or not. So there would be a separate applications you need to lodge. Few of the states only require to lodge an EUI, which is the department EUI. So you need to select the states in the EUI. If you're doing a multiple state, then you have to lodge a multiple state EUIs. You can't do in one. So that is how it's work. Now the difference is 491 give you a provisional PR. You have to meet 3 years of post grant requirement to stay in regional area and work and stay both. So you cannot move. So it would be confined. You will confine into a certain regional or designated areas in Australia. Regardless of if you have got a Victorian state sponsorship, you can live in Northern Territory as well. So that's not an issue, but it has to be in designated or regional area. And rest is pretty sure that it's a provisional, so you have to wait and then apply for 191. Whereas 189 or 190, you get the direct permanent residency. There is no further conditions to meet. Let's all right. So Saleh Khan further asking, sorry, I've missed that previous question. If you can just go back. I'm a chemical engineer with 10 years experience, 6 each, applying for education assessment. Yes, so you can do an qualification assessment to Engineer Australia. My team is expert in getting Engineers Australia skill assessment with the worst case scenario as well. So you can apply that one through me, or you can do it by yourself, and then lodge an expression of interest. Make sure you have English valid, skill assessment valid, all other documents are valid, and yeah, that's all you need to do. And both options are available for you: 189, 190, and 491. Let's go to the next question. Furkan Javed, I've shared net overseas migration details with your team. Kindly comment regarding that as well. Furkan, I need to run through that one because generally there are lots of information on the internet, and might be some agent might have shared that one with you guys. But I'll run through that one and I'll give you the answer either through the email or maybe in the next live. So just wait and watch. Let's go to the next question. What are the chances of business in Victoria for employment scheme visa, the casual employment? Unfortunately, Imran, casual working hours are generally not acceptable for 186 or 482, but chances of getting a state sponsorship is good for 189 or 491. Sorry, 190 and 491. At least have 85 to 90 points. That's where you need to stand yourself. So I believe that you should apply for state sponsor instead of going with the employer sponsorship. If you really wanted to do an employer sponsorship, then work full time. Casual, unfortunately, is dicey. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's a very expensive visa as well. So I don't want you to take that risk for 186. Let's go to the next question. Furkan Javed asking for NTROI, they're asking for proof of balance as well. Do the applicant needs if the NT ROI you lodging separately as a proper application without the auto invite, then yes, you need to submit the documents. We have a client who recently asked a question within this live. They have to submit all the assets. So if your family have assets or you have assets, so you have to show the lump sum amount in order. So it's not a balance proof of balance, but it has to be a total asset. So I think individually is 32,000 Australian dollars you need to show in assets and the liquid money together. And then if you have family and extended family, then it increase up to 60,000, 65,000. So it depends. Let's go to the next question. And yes, you can do an evaluation or ask your accountant or extension accountant to have a valuation letter for each of your valuables, and that will do for you. Let's go to the next. So Noreen Tijani asking is 70 points to get 190 on shore. I see. 70 points a bit lesser. You need at least 80 to 85 points, but say the next financial year, July to September one would be a very good one. Might be the chance the lower points get it, but as per the current scenario, it needs to be 85 to 90 points because competition is so high in Victoria for business analysts. But yes, 491 still have chances. So if you're living in designated regional area, staying there, that is the advantage. It's not a requirement, but that's the advantage. If you kept yourself in designated regional area in Victoria, then the chances are that you might get a 491 on 70 points. If you're individual, 70 points and 15 from the state. Let's go to the next question. What to about 476 visas are granting? So we have recently got so many 476 visa grants. So I believe if you are eligible, should apply. Contact my team; they're expert, getting you assessed, and then I would able to apply for 476 for you. All right, thanks, Noreen. I think I've covered your question. Inside projects should apply for CDS. For my yes, obviously, if you need to take more points than if your wife is an engineer, she has done a qualification engineering, regardless of the experience, you can still do a qualification assessment for her as well. That leads to 5 more points. And if she gets 6 each, which would be a requirement for a skill assessment if you are offshore, then you'll get 10 points. So it's better always to get a skill assessment done. Yep. She can be a main applicant down the line as well, so you never know. So it's better to have more options open. All right, so let's go to the next one. Furkan. Furkan has lots of questions. So Furkan, what about Processing 190? Do you think processing it will reduce, not increase? Because generally, as you said, the allocation has exhausted. So now, since they will get the new allocation, they already have got it. So the grant would be quicker compared to the processing that would get extended. Let's go to the next one. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to put in. I'm here for another 15-20 minutes. If you have more questions, you can always put it in here. I know it's hard to get a paid appointment, and my appointments are too far these days. So you can always put the question in here if you feel like that it's a public question and I can answer in a public. I'm more than happy to answer. Let's take a quick break. You take some water as well. Take a breather. We'll be right back after a few minutes, and then I'll take more questions. Are you looking to apply for a student visa? Are you looking to convert your visitor visa to student visa? This is the right time. Join our open day happening on 17 June, Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and our counselors will apply your on-spot admissions without any delay. That will lead you to apply for your visa application as early as possible. So don't miss out this opportunity. We also would be waiving up to $500 enrollment fee with massive scholarships. Wonderful. So we have an open day happening this weekend. So hopefully you guys join us. This is mainly for only education purposes. So if you have an education query or a pathway or a new visa to lodge for, say within admissions and all, more than happy to assist on that one. Or if you need to discuss about the PR pathway, team is there, education counselors would be there to assist you with massive discounts and promotions. So don't miss out this event. Now, I think we have already discussed the difference between 190 and 491. I would request that if you can just run through my repeat telecast and get the difference. I need to check for gun. I need to check with the team that how many we have got it. But as far as I know, somewhere around there are few hundreds. But exact figures, I need to check in my system. Let's go to the next one. How many PDs code need to apply for 91190 as a restaurant manager? All right, so Ali, for restaurant manager, it's from the VETASes. So VETASes don't require any English. Now for the PT score, you require a generic PT score. If you're offshore, then you require proficient English minimum. And then South Australia depends on South Australia case by case. They give you sort of the pre-invites accordingly. The more strong you have a profile, the more chances the restaurant manager will be invited. Now, also it depends on where exactly, if you're onshore, where exactly you're staying. If you're staying in a designated or outer regional South Australia, it's even better to get a quicker invite comparatively staying in Adelaide. So there are lots of parameters. Hope that works out for you. Let's go to the next question. All right. So, Parmeshwar Singh saying any state inviting for technical sales. Let's check it out for you, Parmeshwar. Sorry, unfortunately, I won't be able to share the screen just because of some confidentiality, but I can definitely let you know which states offering that one. So, technical sales. So you have one South Australia option available, Parmeshwar. They are inviting offshore people based on highly skilled people. I think Victoria can also apply because Victoria don't have a specific list, and you can also do an NT EOI, but NT won't invite if it's not in their offshore list. But yes, South Australia is the state where you can definitely apply. Not many people apply to this occupation, so you still have an opportunity to go for. Yeah, let's go to the next question. All right, so inside projects, like asking, should I apply for 70 points or do my skills? It's better you apply because the more you would be in a queue, it's going to be easier to get an invite if they're inviting within this bracket of time as soon as your wife gets a skill assessment. So don't wait, just lodge it and then you can update the EO as soon as your wife gets the PTN CDR or Engine Australia thing done. We do charge our consultation, but whereas EOI itself don't have fee, but yes, CDRs and all those, that you have to pay the fee to Engine Australia. And if you're hiring a consultant, then consultant will definitely charge you. Junaid Khan, banking sector candidate can apply for. It's really hard, Gauri. 42 years and then being single and banking sector. Only if they are on a visitor visa onshore and they wanted to convert to a student visa, then definitely yes. But for the offshore, it's nearly impossible. They won't be able to get the visa with that profile. I've heard the quota has exhausted. Furkan is asking, quota is exhausted, but the case officer working full fledged and they finalize this. Once the quota will be allocated, they will release the grants. Yes, that's right. So you have got the absolute right understanding, Furkan. So it's spot on. Yeah, that's what it's going to happen. Since you have already got, if the request is already submitted and everything is done, it's just to wait for the visa grant to happen. Yeah. Let's go to the next question. Arslan Aslam, welcome Arslan. For accountant, better to stay in Victoria, move to Western Australia, phone line with Hassan, obviously, for accountants, Western Australia is better compared to Victoria. Victoria has in lesser invited, not many invitations for the accountants. But recently, I've heard that Victoria is doing invitations on the accountant, but with a strong profile. If your company is under the STEM industries and all those stuff, Western Australia would be better. But I would suggest to wait for 1st July and see how the policies are being made for different states, and then make a decision. Don't rush. If you're already in Victoria, then stay in Victoria and then wait for the 1st July to happen and then make a decision either to move to Western Australia or keep yourself in Victoria. Let's go to the next question. Yes, so if you are offshore and you have studied your hospitality course, Ali, from offshore, then you need an HEC attestation because Pakistan nationals require an HEC attestation, whereas you don't require an English for skill assessment. Documents you need to coordinate with the team because generally we share when you register with us, but the basic document checklists are already there on the Veritas website. You can also check a comprehensive video we have made for the Veritas skill assessment. You can watch that one too. Let's go to the next question. Can I update application after submitting? Will do. Yes, you can update your EY after submitting that one. EY can be submitted anytime and updated anytime. So that's not an issue. But say if you get an invite, then your wife needs to have in English. That's for sure. Skill assessment can be submitted later, but English needs to be at the time of invitation. So that needs to be very careful. You have to just make sure that at least you have your wife's everything ready before you get an invite. All right. So Furkan asking one more question: How much time they normally allowed for initial entry? If it's PR, then 1 year. That's what we have got day before yesterday as well. So within 1 year time, you have to get your entry done. That is applicable for all 491190 and to other visas as well. More likely 1 year, yeah, or maybe 6 months. And if case officer is very skeptical, then maybe 6 months. Yeah. Kizar Shahid asking, what is the best time to submit up? Like, I think you can submit it right now as well. It's the best time. If you have everything, then submit it. If you don't, then obviously there's a process. It's going to take some time to get a skill assessment done, English and all. The next financial year would be good, but ideal time would be July to September, October. These 4, 5, or 6 months are really ideal because the first few 2 quarters you get invites quicker. Let's take a quick break. After the break, I'll be taking a few more questions. Let's take a break now. Hello everyone, this is Anil Khwaja, registered migration agent and co-founder Think High Consultants, inviting you to one of the biggest open day happening at Think High Consultants on 17 June. That is on Saturday, starting from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. There would be exciting activities happening, lots of scholarships. We would be providing you on-spot admission services. A counselor will lodge your application without any further ado on the same day. What you need to do is to bring your documents along with the application form. If you don't have it, then we will be providing you that services as well. We also would be waiving up to $500 enrollment fee to your applications. For instance, if any of the colleges have an enrollment fee, this will be waived by Think High Consultants just only for you. So don't miss and join this education open day. Alrighty, so welcome back, team. A couple of questions we have it, and then we'll wrap up this session. So, Khan asking what's the difference between initial entry date and must not arrive? Not much, it's must not arrive after. So, initial entry date is the date where you need to enter first time. So, first, if you're offshore, you must need to enter once in Australia to kick in your activate your proper arrival here. Now, if you come to Australia for before the first initial arrival date or initial entry date, then you can go back to your home country. Then you must need to enter before the arrival date because that would be your visa expiry date. So if you won't be able to travel after that, then you need to apply for a RRV for the permanent residency applicants. That's called the resident return visa. That requires substantial ties in Australia in order to apply for that visa for another 5 years. So this is how it works. So hope that makes sense to you. What documents are required for my child while submitting? You don't require any documents, Kizar, for the child. Only you need to mention how many dependents you have. It rest of your information is yourself of or your wife if she's giving you any points. Let's go to the next question. So if someone not travel before initial entry date due to medical, then they won't be able to. They won't be changing any initial entry date. So you must need to arrive once before the initial entry date. That's mandatory. Other the visa would be void. All right, guys. So I hope that. All right. So I have more questions now. Before we wrap up, what is the latest score of selected application electric? It's a very vague question, Keza. We have got invites, those who have itself 50 points, and state has given 15 points for the 491. So starting from 65, it can we have got invites, those who have 90 points as well. So minimum is 65. So if you have 65, there are few states who can invite you, especially Northern Territory. Alrighty, thank you so much, audience and viewers, to join us and ask these much questions. That makes my life very lively, and I feel really happy that people are here, they are following us, they are asking us the questions. Uh, I hope I have taken all the questions and you are satisfied with the general advice I have given. See, this is a general advice I'm giving it, so don't take it a very precise one. For the precise one, you need to book an appointment and run through your profile accordingly. But again, whatever the best of the knowledge I have it, I have tried to pass it on to you, so at least you make the right decision for your Australian permanent residency. We'll take a last question and then we'll wrap up the session. So Mohammed Junaid Khan Gauri is asking, can the main applicant travel alone for the first entry time? Then Junaid, it depends. If all the dependent has a first initial entry date, then definitely all needs to come once. It's not just for the main applicant. Everybody needs to come, and then they can go back, and then the main applicant can itself come later. This is how it's going to work it out. So initial entry date is for all the applicants, not just for the main applicants. Thank you, Furkan. All the very best. And now it's time to wrap up. Again, I will request and invite all of you who are watching us to come to our open day. It's happening on Saturday, 17th of June, starting from 12 p.m. We do have a very good presentation happening somewhere around 2 p.m. as well. So, and we have heaps of promotions and great discounts and great options for you if you are student wanted to get an admission, your visitor visa wanted to change to a student visa. We can help you out in that matter. We are doing on-spot applications and waiving off up to $500 enrollment fee, and even more if you bring your friends as well. So $50 on top if you bring your friend along with you. All the very best, and I hope that whoever joins us get the most out of it, and all the best to those who have joined us today. Hope your Australian immigration journey goes well and you get the positive outcome. Have a good day. Bye. Are you looking to apply for a student visa? Are you looking to convert your visitor visa to student visa? This is the right time. Join our open day happening on 17 June, Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and our counselors will apply your on-spot admissions without any delay. that will lead you to apply for your visa application as early as possible. So don't miss out this opportunity. We also would be waiving up to $500 enrollment fee with massive scholarships.